What up? This is Yelawolf, and you're watching SuperHelsinki.com.
I'm Stephen Penny for Super Helsinki.com, and we're here at Tavastia Club to sit down and chat to Shady Records artist Yelawolf. Check it out.
Yeah, man, I couldn't really ask for a better, reaction to the music. I mean, like, I just let the shows is all I really look at, I don't study record sales, man. Basically I'm like, if it goes platinum, then call me. I just don't, it's not like no artist truly wants to be asked, about record sales, because no one, even if it's doing good, you don't want to look at, oh yeah, it's doing great, we sold a bunch of this, or if you didn't sell this many or whatever. So as far as record sales go, I don't really, I'm told it's doing really good, so I'm stoked about that part. But as far as the perception of the actual music, yeah, the shows, have all been doing great, sold out, and pertaining to Love Story, when we do Love Story records, it goes off. So they're really digging it. I wouldn't say highlights. Obviously history was made during this tour because of Paris. It's been the most impactful, thing, that's ever happened ever in any tour. Because we were there 2 days before we lost a fan at the Eagles of Death metal show. So that's been the it's the most important thing to mention when mentioning the entire tour. There's no highlight, there's nothing else that's more important than that, of course. I've done this for so long, man, that I don't really know how to relax anymore. But from a kid skateboarding every fucking day to now, like, riding Harleys when I'm not, movement. That's how I enjoy chilling, is moving. A couple days at the house and I'm over it. I'm ready to go. But I've got a lot of work, under my belt, like I'm already getting into the next album, and in Nashville, and produced Fifi's last album, and bringing in a couple more artists to work on their projects, so I got a lot going on right now. I mean, I always have the final say on my music, if I let that go, which I have before, it always comes back to bite me, So, at the end of the day, it is my choice. That choice can be really hard for artists at some point, especially no one wants to look at Marshall and say, no, I don't like that, or it's fucking difficult to do. But when you have two artists, no matter how big, no matter how successful or non-successful, whatever the bar is, if you share some equal respect of opinion, then it's a lot easier to do. As far as mixing goes, Marshall mixes his own records. When we send off to mastering and all that other shit, like, I got a couple mixes back off Love Story that it was just like, man, this is not what I sent you. Like, stop trying to flex, just give me my shit. Like, mix the fucking song and stop trying to change it and do all this other. People are fucking crazy, man. So many people in the industry, in the mix houses, and engineers, even on their own time, some managers, label people, they fucking think they're artists, man, and they get really beside themselves sometimes and like throw out ridiculous ideas, or even put people on records without asking the artists, and like you'll show up to the studio, and I mean, it gets fucking bonkers, man. So you have to really turn into an asshole, I mean, at times, you know. So when you hear about guys that are always an asshole about his music, it's probably because people have tried to fuck with him and he's just over it, him or her, whatever. Because to maintain that true control, it's you can't just be nice about everything, you know. So once you earn it, though, once you earn that, you know, you do have to prove that what you do think is good will work, you know. So, but it takes a while to get that privilege. Did for me anyway. When I got my deal out of leaving South by Southwest in 2010, I want to say 10, 11, somewhere in between there. You know, Twitter was still the biggest thing. MySpace was completely dead. But Instagram and really hadn't popped in. I say all that because social media is what was feeding my blogs, and all that shit was really helpful in my world. But it wasn't the industry standard yet. After I got my situation, the biggest change I saw one, performance style and changed with all, seemed like, well, it started with hip hop, then went over to country, and then everybody was, you know, flip their style up performance wise. You had to bring it seemed like, because music was so easy and free to get that the tangible live show experience became the most important thing for an artist. So you had to have a good live show. So people were trying to step it up, and, you know, for better or for worse, were stage diving when they didn't need to, or, you know, or starting mosh pits at a really chill show. But that's one thing I saw change, and then the other was just that your followers and your Instagram presence could get you a record deal, you know. And that's pretty much it, you know. YouTube, you know, all that, you know. I mean, I have conversations with Marshall, man, and it's like the difference of eras, you know. It's so vast, man. When MTV was still playing music videos and people were still buying records, you gotta think, man, that was only 10 years ago, really. So in the past 5 years, we've seen like a complete shift in everything. Well, I'm a big Kendrick fan. I'm a big Tame Impala fan. I look forward to anything they drop. MGMT, Daft Punk. I keep my eyes and ears on Pharrell, and he's always been super progressive. Dre, of course. Dave Grohl. I love watching Dave Grohl and everything he does. Marshall, obviously, lyrically, he's just fucking retarded, you know. And people may think that I say that shit because I'm I'm actually on Shady, but he's honestly like Picasso with poetry. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucked up to witness and watch what he does on some rap shit. Shit, man. I've got a couple projects I'm working on. Also producing this project for this kid named Ricardo Grimm with DJ Paul from 3-6 Mafia. It's a rap metal record. It's gonna be nuts. Fifi's new album. Actually, Fifi put a record out from the album. She decided she just wanted to put it out for Paris for free. It's called I Don't Know You Anymore. And I put that up on my social media a few days ago. I'll link to her page. And it's really dope. She's on some like romantic, dark cafe rock and roll shit. Shit, man. I've actually got a few projects that I can't really talk about yet.
You can give us an exclusive.
No.
It's worth asking.
There's no such thing as an exclusive. You guys put it out and everybody fucking knows about it. It's not exclusive to Finland. It's the internet.